Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 5. I am Anna.
And I am Lucas. We hope you are having a wonderful day.
We really do. Usually when we start these deep dives, we're ready to just sprint. We have stacks of research, Excel sheets, data points.
All very intense.
It is. We feel like we're in some kind of newsroom or a lab, but
Today
today...
feels different.
Yeah, it really does.
It does, doesn't it? The source material we're looking at today isn't about rushing.
No.
It's not about productivity hacks or, complex theories about black holes or global economics. It's about life.
This life.
Yeah, the small, beautiful rhythms of being human, the things we actually do when we're not working.
Exactly. So before we even jump into the outline, I want to set the scene for everyone listening.
Okay.
Wherever you are right now, maybe you're in traffic, maybe you're doing the dishes, or maybe you're actually lying down after a long day.
Right.
I want you to just imagine we're not in a studio with bright lights.
No fluorescent lights today.
None. Imagine we're sitting in a really, really comfortable room, and there's a fireplace, and it's crackling just a few feet away.
That's a lovely image. I can feel the warmth.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet, apart from the little pops from the fire. And the chairs are soft.
The best kind.
The kind you just sink into and never want to leave. Maybe there's a pot of tea on the table between us.
Or something stronger, maybe.
Or something stronger.
Yeah.
But the key thing is, there's no urgency here.
Not at all.
I think that's the most important thing to say right now. There's no rush. We're just going to talk.
We are just going to talk. And the roadmap for our conversation today is, well, it's quite lovely.
It is.
We're going to explore the psychology and the art of celebration, specifically birthdays and parties.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about how we navigate our calendars and that subtle anxiety of making plans.
Oh, I feel that.
We'll take a little mental walk into the sanctuary of nature to understand why it heals us, look back at the psychology of our childhood memories, and we'll even touch on the quirks of our modern digital lives.
And if I recall the agenda correctly, we're finishing with a game.
Yes, we have a game of difficult choices at the very end, but, we'll get there when we get there.
No rush.
For now, the intention is set. Let's just explore these topics thoroughly and gently.
I'm ready. Where should we begin?
Let's start with something that I think brings instant joy, or at least very strong opinions to most people.
And that is?
Celebration, specifically birthdays.
Universal tradition. It's funny, it marks the passage of time, right? Another orbit around the sun.
Right, another year older.
But it's also a moment of communal joy. It's a temporal landmark.
A landmark. I like that.
It's interesting because, across different cultures, the rituals might change, but the core idea...
What's that?
The core idea of just acknowledging that a person exists and we're glad they're here, that's constant.
And you can't talk about birthdays without talking about the centerpiece?
Oh, absolutely not. The cake.
The cake. Now, looking at our notes here, I see you have a very specific preference.
I do. A very definitive one.
So when you think of the perfect birthday cake, what comes to mind?
For me, there's only one correct answer to this. It has to be chocolate.
Just chocolate. Not vanilla with fruit, not cheesecake,
Right.
Not even a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting.
Absolutely not. It has to be a rich, dense chocolate cake.
Okay, you have to explain this.
Well, I think it comes down to the sensory experience. We're not just talking about sugar. We're talking about depth.
Depth?
The chemistry of chocolate is actually fascinating. It has compounds like theobromine and phenylethylamine,
Right.
and they actually stimulate the brain's pleasure centers.
So it's scientific.
It is. There's something deeply comforting about it. It's indulgent. And a birthday is one of those few days where society basically gives you a pass to be purely indulgent.
That's so true.
A light, airy fruit cake just doesn't feel substantial enough for the occasion.
It's not serious enough.
No. I want that richness. I want ganache. I want it to be almost too much.
I can appreciate that. It's like, if you're going to celebrate, do it properly. Go all in.
Exactly.
It signals to your brain that today is special if you eat a salad on your birthday.
Your brain thinks it's just a Tuesday.
It does. But if you eat a triple-layer chocolate fudge cake, your brain knows something important is happening.
Precisely. It's about breaking that routine of, dietary restraint. It's a feast day. What about you? When you look back at your birthday memories, is it the cake that stands out or is it something else?
For me, it's less about the food and more about the feeling.
Oh,
And I
interesting.
remember one specific surprise party.
Ah, the surprise party. A controversial topic for some.
It is.
Psychologically, it's a high-risk maneuver.
It really is. But this memory, it just stands out so vividly. It's that split second. You walk into a room, you expect it to be dark and empty.
You're in your normal routine. Your guard is completely down.
Totally. You're thinking about taking your shoes off, what you're going to watch on TV, and then bam! Lights, noise, people yelling, surprise!
It is such a unique mix of emotions.
It really is.
It's a fascinating psychological moment. Your brain has to switch gears instantly. You go from a state of, low arousal walking into a quiet room to maximum arousal in a millisecond.
Yeah, 0 to 100.
That's technically the startle response.
Yeah.
Your amygdala fires before your frontal cortex even knows what's happening.
Exactly. It's shock at first. It's almost a little scary. My heart definitely skipped a beat.
I can imagine.
But then it just floods into joy because you realize all these people are here just for you.
Right.
There were balloons everywhere, candles flickering. It was magical. But I know some people really hate that feeling of being caught off guard.
They feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think that depends a lot on your personality type.
Yeah.
An introvert might find that sudden spotlight just overwhelming rather than joyous.
That makes sense. They need to prepare their social face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you mentioned candles and balloons. These are such simple objects, right? Just wax and rubber. Yet they signal ritual to us. We dim the lights to sing a song. Why do we do that? It's to create a focal point.
A focal point.
It makes the moment sacred in a secular way.
That is such a beautiful way to put it. Making the moment sacred. It elevates it.
It does. It separates now from 5 minutes ago.
The dimming of the lights creates a little theater.
It does. But of course, with parties comes the inevitable etiquette of gifting.
Yes. Social contract of the gift.
It's one of the oldest forms of human exchange. The sociologist Marcel Mauss wrote a whole book on it, The Gift, and how it binds societies together.
And it brings us to this debate that comes up constantly. Is it better to give a specific wrapped gift? Or is it better to just give money?
This is a classic dilemma. It's utility versus sentiment.
Right?
Economists actually study this. They call it the deadweight loss of gift giving.
What does that mean?
It means if I spend $50 on a scarf you hate, that value is destroyed. It's waste.
Oh, I see.
If I give you $50 cash, you get maximum utility. You can buy exactly what you want. So economically, cash is the most efficient gift.
Right, but it feels a little, I don't know, cold. Transactional. Like you're just paying me for being your friend.
And that's the counter argument, and it's usually the winning one in social psychology. Because a specific gift, even if it's not perfect, shows that I thought about you.
That you put in the effort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Signals theory of mind. I try to imagine what it's like to be you. I spent time considering your personality, your likes, your needs. I took a risk. Money is safe. But a specific object is a connection.
It says, I know who you are.
Precisely.
I agree. I think I prefer the risk. It proves you know me. Even if you get it slightly wrong, the attempt counts for so much.
It does. But that leads to the danger zone.
The unwanted gift.
A scenario we've all faced. The moment the social contract trembles.
You unwrap the paper, the excitement is building, you open the box, and it's a sweater, and it's a terrible color.
Or a book you've already read.
Or a gadget you have absolutely no use for. How do you navigate that without hurting their feelings?
You have to be an actor in that moment.
A good one.
A very good one. The rule is simple. You must be polite. You're not thanking them for the object. You're thanking them for the gesture.
That's a really key distinction. Gratitude for the intent, not the content.
It is. Even if the sweater is hideous, the fact that they brought you something that deserves gratitude. You smile, you say thank you so much, and you focus on the kindness.
This is so thoughtful of you.
Exactly that. Because to show disappointment is to reject the relationship, not just the gift. It violates that reciprocity norm.
You can always donate the sweater later.
You can always donate the sweater later. Prioritize the relationship over the object.
That is very wise advice. Now, let's deconstruct the party itself. If we strip it all back, what are the core mechanics of a good party? Our notes highlight 3 essentials.
Food, music, and friends.
It seems so simple.
But it's a delicate chemistry. Food provides the sustenance, the reason to gather around a table. It triggers those primitive communal bonding circuits.
Breaking bread together.
Exactly. Sharing food releases oxytocin. And then music. Music sets the atmosphere. It fills the silence.
It's everything. It dictates the energy.
It does. It can even entrain our heart rates. If you want a dance party, the music has to drive that. If you want a cozy dinner, the music has to be in the background. It's the invisible architecture of the room.
And then, of course, friends. The people.
Without the right mix of people, the best food and music in the world won't save you.
Speaking of friends and invitations, I think we should try something here.
Oh.
To illustrate the nuances. We have a little scenario in our notes. I want to try a role play.
A role play. All right. I'm ready.
Okay, so the situation is, I'm inviting you to my birthday party next Saturday, and you need to check if you can come. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hey, I was wondering, are you doing anything next weekend?
I'm not sure. Why? What's up?
Well, I'm having a birthday party next Saturday night, and I'd really love for you to come.
Oh, next Saturday. That sounds lovely. Let me check my calendar.
Okay.
Let's see here. Saturday.
Is that a good or a bad
It is a good I see a blank space right there on Saturday evening. I'm completely free.
Oh, great.
I would be delighted to come.
Yay! That's great. I'm so glad you can make it.
And seen.
You were very convincing with that calendar check.
Thank you.
The suspense was real. I was actually nervous you were going to say no.
It's all in the pause. You don't want to seem too available, right? Like you were just sitting around waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
But you also want to show enthusiasm once the availability is confirmed. It's a dance.
Well, since we're looking at calendars, let's move right into our next segment. Navigating the calendar. Making weekend plans.
This connects perfectly.
Yeah.
We just secured a plan for a Saturday night, but what about the rest of the weekend? How do we structure our free time?
There's this big divide in how people view the perfect Saturday, and I think it comes down to two camps.
Okay.
There's the rest, camp sleeping late, staying in pajamas, low stimulation.
I know that camp well.
And then there's the activity camp, waking up early to exercise, maximizing the day.
It's the battle between recovery and productivity. Or maybe being versus doing.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Which camp are you in?
It's a struggle, ideally. Ideally, I want to be the person who wakes up early to exercise.
Oh, me too.
There's a specific clarity to the morning air. When you get up and you move your body while the city is still quiet, you feel like you've conquered the day before it's even begun.
It gives you a sense of agency. You feel powerful.
It sounds very noble, doesn't it?
Very disciplined.
It feels noble, but truthfully, more often than not, I fall into the sleeping late camp.
I think most of us do.
The body needs rest. And there's a guilty pleasure in waking up, looking at the clock, realizing you don't have to be anywhere, and just rolling over.
That is a luxury.
It's a luxury that modern life rarely affords us. We're so conditioned to be useful all the time.
I think the balance is key. If you exercise every single Saturday, it just becomes work. It's another should on the to-do list.
Right, and if you sleep late every Saturday, you might feel lethargic or like you're wasting time.
It's a fine line.
Precisely. We need to oscillate between stress and recovery. The weekend shouldn't just be unpaid work hours for your personal life. It should be restoration.
So true. But making plans with other people involves a social dance, as our notes call it.
It does.
Yes. The phrasing of the invitation. It's scary to put yourself out there.
It is. When you ask, do you want to go to the cinema? You're opening yourself up to rejection.
That's why people use vague language like, we should hang out sometime.
Exactly. They're protecting their ego. They don't want to hear no.
And on the flip side, there's the art of refusal, how to say no nicely.
This is a vital life skill.
Mm.
So many people say yes when they want to say no, just out of people-pleasing tendencies.
I've been guilty of that.
Me too. We're afraid of disappointing the other person. But then you end up resentful and tired during the event, which helps no one.
So true. You're physically there, but you're mentally checking the exit.
You're bringing bad energy to the event because you didn't set a boundary.
So what's the solution?
You have to be honest, but gentle. If you're simply too tired or busy, say that. I would love to, but I'm exhausted this week and I really need to catch up on rest.
People understand that.
They do, because they felt it too. It frames the refusal around your needs, not your feelings about them.
Honesty is usually the best policy. But sometimes you have to negotiate.
Negotiation. The compromise.
Let's do another role play. This time you're inviting me. The notes say you want to watch a horror movie.
Oh, interesting. I know some people have strong physiological reactions to horror.
And well, let's just say I am one of those people. I have very strong feelings about horror movies.
Okay, let me get into character.
Go for it.
So, I was looking at the movie listings for tomorrow. There's a new horror movie out, The Haunting of the Dark House.
Oh, no.
It looks absolutely terrifying. Do you want to go see it with me?
Oh, absolutely not. No way.
What?
You know, I can't do horror movies. I don't sleep for a week. My cortisol levels will be through the roof.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. It's supposed to be very good. We can sit in the back. I'll hold the popcorn.
No. I'll have nightmares. But I really do want to go to the cinema. Can we see something else? Is there a comedy playing?
A comedy. Let me look. Well, there's that new romantic comedy, Love in the Afternoon.
That sounds perfect. Love in the Afternoon, minimal jump scares. Let's do that.
Okay, we can do the comedy, but next time, you owe me a thriller.
You'll see. Compromise.
It's the foundation of any good friendship. You give a little, you get a little.
And honestly, watching a movie you hate with a friend you love is still a good afternoon.
That's very true.
Now that we've sorted out our social lives, let's step away from the city. Let's step away from the calendars and the negotiations and the parties.
Okay.
Let's go to segment 3, the sanctuary of nature.
A much-needed transition from the noise of the party to the silence of the outdoors.
We're moving from social stimulation to sensory restoration.
I like that.
And we start with a debate that is as old as time, the pet debate. Because for many people, nature begins with the animal in their living room.
Dogs versus cats.
In our notes, you are the advocate for dogs.
I am, and I stand by that.
Yeah.
To me, a dog represents an active lifestyle and companionship.
Okay.
A dog forces you to go outside. You have to walk them no matter the weather. They anchor you to the physical world.
That's true.
And they're always happy to see you. There's a pure, uncomplicated love with a dog. They're partners in adventure. A dog looks at you and thinks you're the center of the universe.
See, I appreciate that. But I'm arguing for the cats.
Make your case.
It's the quiet presence. A cat doesn't demand your attention every second. They're independent. When a cat chooses to sit on your lap, it feels like a privilege, not a requirement. It's earned.
That's a good point.
They fit into a peaceful, cozy lifestyle perfectly. A cat teaches you about boundaries and consent. Plus, their purr, it's actually healing.
It is interesting how these preferences really do reflect personality.
How so?
The dog lover often seeks engagement, activity, external validation. The cat lover often appreciates solitude, quiet, and observing rather than participating.
I think that's very true. And speaking of quiet and solitude, let's talk about sensory immersion in nature itself.
Right. When we go for a walk in nature, it isn't just about exercise. It's about the soundscape.
There's a name for this, isn't
We
there?
call this biophilia, our innate tendency to seek connections with nature.
Our notes mention specific sounds. The birds in the wind.
Think about that sound, the wind rustling through leaves. It's what we call pink noise or fractal noise.
So it's not random.
It's organic. It's chaotic but rhythmic. It matches the frequencies of our brain waves when we're relaxed. And birdsong, this is fascinating.
Go on.
It signals safety. In evolutionary terms, if the birds are singing, it means there are no predators nearby.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yes. If a predator enters the forest, the birds go silent. So when our primal brain hears birds, it unconsciously thinks, all is well, I can relax, I am safe.
It lowers our blood pressure.
It does.
That makes so much sense. That's why walking in a forest feels like a mental reset. The tension just drops from your shoulders.
It's not just nice, it's biological.
But then there's the camping dilemma.
Yes. Taking that love of nature and trying to sleep in it.
Sleeping in a tent. Is it a fun adventure or is it just physically uncomfortable?
I'm torn on this. The idea of camping is so romantic.
It is.
Sleeping under the stars, waking up with the sun, resetting your circadian rhythm, cooking over a fire.
But the reality.
The reality is that the ground is hard, it's often cold, you wake up stiff.
And the mosquito factor.
The mosquito factor is huge. Nothing ruins a peaceful meditation on nature like a high-pitched buzzing in your ear at 2 in the morning.
It shifts you from oneness with nature to...
A man against beast very quickly.
Exactly. It's a trade-off. You trade comfort, your mattress, your climate control, for proximity to beauty.
Speaking of beauty, I think we should take a moment here. We've been talking about nature, but let's actually experience it in our minds.
I like this idea.
Let's do a visualization exercise to really ground this section.
Okay, guide us.
Okay? I want you and everyone listening to just close your eyes if you can. If you're driving, obviously keep them open, but relax your jaw and your shoulders.
Okay.
Now imagine you're sitting by a river.
I'm there.
Look at the water. It's blue, reflecting the sky. It isn't rushing. It's moving slowly, meandering.
Okay.
And there are green trees on the opposite bank, heavy with leaves, and their branches are dipping down into the water.
I can see the green leaves just touching the surface.
And there, gliding across the surface, a family of ducks. They're moving silently, leaving little V-shaped ripples behind them.
It's so still.
That's the word. Stillness.
Mm.
Listen to the water lapping against the shore. Smell the damp earth and the green leaves. Just hold on to that image. The vibrancy of the green trees, the cool blue of the water, the gentle movement of the ducks.
It's a perfect moment.
It's a perfect, quiet moment where nothing is demanded of you.
That was lovely. I feel calmer already.
Just visualizing it lowers the heart rate.
It does.
That's the power of nature. Even just imagine nature. Our brains react to the imagery almost as if we were really there.
It's amazing. From the stillness of that river, let's drift back in time.
Okay.
Segment 4. Echoes of the past. Childhood memories.
Nostalgia. It comes from the Greek words nostos, which is return home, and algos, which is pain.
So it literally means the pain of returning home.
It does. But it's a sweet pain, isn't it? It connects our past selves to our present selves.
We're going back to being 5 years old, the notes ask. What was your favorite toy?
When I was 5. It has to be Lego.
Lego, the classic.
It goes back to what we discussed about personality. Lego is about structure, building, logic.
I could see that.
You take chaos, a pile of mismatched bricks, and you create order. You build a castle, a car, a city.
You're in control.
I loved that feeling of creation. It was empowerment for a small child. I could build a world where everything fit together perfectly.
That fits you so well, the expert builder.
What about you?
For me, it was the teddy bear.
The comfort object, the transitional object in psychology.
Yes. It wasn't about building, it was about companionship.
Right.
I had this bear, he was all worn out, eventually missing an eye, but he was my protector. He was soft. It was about emotional security and projecting feelings.
So you told him your secrets.
I told him my secrets. I practiced empathy on him.
So we have the architect and the nurturer. Lego versus teddy bear. Both are essential developmental tools.
How so?
One teaches manipulation of the physical world, the other teaches emotional regulation.
Exactly. And then we went to school?
School days. Did you like school?
Mostly. But what I remember most are the teachers. Do you have a favorite teacher who sticks in your mind?
I do. Mr. Henderson. He taught history.
Yeah.
But he didn't just make us memorize dates or battles. He told stories. He made the past feel like a movie, filled with real people making difficult choices.
He brought it to life.
He did. I remember him because he had passion. When a teacher has passion, it's infectious. It wakes you up. He made me realize history wasn't just dust. It was people.
I think that's the key. We don't remember the syllabus. We remember how the teacher made us feel about the subject.
The connection.
Yeah. But childhood wasn't all learning and toys. There was also troublemaking.
Testing boundaries.
Oh, yes. The accidents. Do you have a story about breaking something?
Oh, I'm sure I do. You go first.
Okay. I was maybe 6. My mother had this beautiful ceramic vase in the hallway.
I have a bad feeling about this vase.
And I was playing with the ball inside the house, which was strictly forbidden.
I can see where this is going.
I threw the ball, it bounced off the wall, hit the vase, crash. The sound was deafening. It shattered into a million pieces.
Oh, no. And that feeling, the feeling of getting in trouble, that specific pit in your stomach.
It's pure dread. I just remember freezing. I wanted to hide, but there was nowhere to go. It's funny now, but at the time...
It felt like the end of the world.
The end of the world. I thought I'd be exiled from the family.
It teaches us about consequence. And forgiveness, hopefully.
Hopefully. She did forgive me, eventually, after a lot of crying.
Of course.
Now, speaking of looking back, we have another scenario here. I want to show you something.
A visual aid.
Yes. Imagine I'm holding up an old photograph of myself. Look at this.
Oh, look at that. Is that you?
That is me at 7 years old. Look at that smile.
The smile is, well, it's very gap-toothed. You're missing your 2 front teeth.
I look like a little vampire. And look at the haircut. It's a bowl cut. My bangs are crooked.
It is adorable. It captures that awkward transitional phase perfectly.
We'll all have one of those photos.
We do. The missing teeth, the strange hair, the genuine, unself-conscious smile. Before we learned how to pose.
Before we became aware of the camera, I love looking at old photos like that. It reminds you not to take yourself so seriously.
We were all awkward once.
Which brings us to the modern day, where we perhaps take photos a little too seriously.
Perfect transition.
Segment 5, the digital landscape, technology and social media.
We've moved from physical photo albums tucked in a drawer to the selfie broadcast to the entire world.
The psychology of the selfie is fascinating, but specifically the phenomenon of photographing your food.
This is ubiquitous. You go to a restaurant, the food arrives, it's steaming, it smells delicious.
And before anyone eats,
Out come the phones. Why do we do it?
is it to remember the meal or is it to show off?
I think it's a bit of both. It's a way of saying, I am here, I'm having a good time, look at this beautiful thing.
It's social signaling.
It is, but it also interrupts the moment. You aren't tasting the food, you're framing it. You're stepping out of the experience to document the experience.
We're curating our lives instead of living them. The camera eats first.
It does. And then there's the communication aspect of it all. Text versus call.
The modern anxiety. Why are phone calls so scary now?
They really are. If my phone rings, my first thought is it's an emergency.
Or a scam.
Or a scam. Yes.
It's never just someone calling to chat.
We've become so accustomed to asynchronous communication. With a text, I can think about my reply. I can edit it. I can delete it and rewrite it. I have control.
A phone call is live.
It's live.
Yeah.
You have to perform in real time. That pressure is real.
Plus, with texting, you have emojis to help with the context.
The new hieroglyphics.
What's your most used emoji?
I admit I am a fan of the laughing face.
The crying, laughing one.
Yes. It diffuses tension. If I say something that might sound serious or critical, I add that, and suddenly it's a joke. It's a safety valve.
It's a tone indicator. I use the heart a lot.
Just the simple heart.
Yeah. It's an easy way to show support without having to type, I love this, or I care about you. It's efficient emotional shorthand.
It is. But is it as deep as hearing a voice? Probably not. A voice carries nuance, hesitation, warmth.
An emoji is a stamp.
It is.
Okay, let's do our final role play before the game.
All right.
You're going to teach me how to take a cool selfie. Because clearly, based on that photo I described, I need help.
Okay. Give me your phone. Now, the key to a cool selfie is the angle.
The angle.
You're holding it too low. You don't want the double shin angle. No one looks good from below.
Okay, so I hold it up high, like this.
Higher.
Yes.
No, tilt your head slightly. No, not that way. The other way.
Okay.
Catch the light. The light has to hit your cheekbones to create definition.
I feel ridiculous. My arm is getting tired. I feel like a statue.
And they have to make a face. Not a big smile, but a cool face.
A cool face.
A little squint your eyes.
Also, no.
Smile with your eyes.
I can't. I just look confused. I look like I'm smelling something bad.
Okay. Maybe we just stick to the regular smile.
Yes.
We look a bit silly trying to be models.
We definitely do. Let's put the phone away. Let's be real people again.
Agreed.
Okay. We have arrived. We have explored memories, nature, and technology. And now it is time for the finale.
The Would You Rather game.
This is the highlight. I'm going to ask you a question with two options. You have to choose one, and you have to explain why, and then I'll answer two.
I am ready. Give me the first difficult choice.
Round one, housing. Would you rather live in a castle or on a boat?
A castle or a boat? This is a question of stability versus freedom.
Roots versus wings.
Exactly.
So what's your pick?
I think I have to choose the castle.
Really? Why the castle?
It's the history.
Yeah.
The space.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a library in the castle.
Of course you are.
A big stone fireplace like the one we're imagining right now. I like the idea of permanence. Roots.
Okay.
Being on a boat. The constant motion, the small space, the maintenance. I think I'd feel unmoored.
I see.
I want the solid stone walls protecting me. I want to look out a window and see land that stays still. What about you?
See, I'm the opposite. I would choose the boat.
Even with the small space.
Yes, because of the freedom. If I don't like the view, I can move.
That's a powerful idea.
I could wake up in a new city or new country every week. A castle feels a bit isolating, cold, maybe even haunted.
Haunted is a definite possibility.
A boat feels like an adventure. The world is my backyard. I can chase the sun.
The architect chooses the castle. The adventurer chooses the boat. Interesting.
Round two. This one is about physical sensation. Would you rather always be cold or always be hot?
Oh, this is torture. Always.
Always. No breaks. No in between.
Always hot sounds exhausting. You can't
Yeah.
escape heat. You just sweat and feel lethargic.
Your brain slows down.
It does. But always cold. That's painful.
You have to pick one.
I will choose.
Why?
Always be cold.
Why?
Because of the solution space.
What?
If I'm cold, I can put on a sweater. I can wrap myself in a blanket. I can drink hot tea. There's a cozy potential in being cold.
Right.
If I'm hot, there's only so much clothing I can remove. I can't peel off my skin. Being cold allows for the active solution of warmth. It creates contrast.
That is a very logical answer, and I agree with you 100%.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely. Being hot makes me cranky. Being cold gives me an excuse to wear nice coats and sit by fires. It feels cleaner somehow.
We are aligned on that one.
Round 3, the final round. This is about skills.
Okay.
Would you rather speak all languages or play all instruments?
Oh, this is profound. The Tower of Babel or the universal language of music?
Speak every language fluently. Japanese, Swahili, French, everything. Or pick up a violin, a piano, a drum, and play it perfectly.
This is the hardest one yet.
It is.
If I play all instruments, I can express emotions that words can't capture. I can create beauty. I can transcend language. But if I speak all languages, I can connect with every single human being on Earth.
So which do you choose?
I choose speaking all languages.
Tell me why.
Because the biggest barrier to human connection is understanding. If I could walk into any village, any city, and understand the people, their stories, their jokes, their fears, that would be the ultimate superpower. I would never be a stranger anywhere. I could bridge cultures. I could solve conflicts just by listening.
That is beautiful. I think I'm going to disagree, though.
You're choosing the music.
I'm choosing the instruments. Because sometimes words aren't enough. Sometimes words fail us. And imagine the joy of being able to join any band, any orchestra, or just sit alone and create a symphony.
You see that.
It feels like magic. Speaking is a tool, but music is. It's soul. It touches people on a level deeper than vocabulary.
Music is soul. I cannot argue with that. Both choices lead to connection, just different kinds.
One is intellectual and social.
And the other is emotional and spiritual.
Wow. Those were harder than I expected.
They really force you to evaluate what matters to you. Comfort, freedom, connection, expression.
So we've covered a lot today. Birthdays, nature, childhood, and now these big choices. As we wrap up, how does this all fit together?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, life is essentially a series of choices, just like the game we just played. Whether it's choosing a chocolate birthday cake, or negotiating a movie with a friend, or choosing to see the beauty in a mosquito-filled camping trip.
Or a hypothetical castle.
Or a hypothetical castle. Life is about where we place our attention and what we value.
I love that. It's not just about the big choices, but the little ones, too.
Right.
Choosing to be polite when you get a bad gift. Choosing to text a friend. Choosing to wake up early or sleep late.
Exactly. Every moment is a small vote for the kind of life you want to live.
Well, we want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. A provocative question for you to take with you into the rest of your day.
We talked about many different elements today. So here's the question. If you could design your perfect day involving nature, a specific memory from your past, and one difficult choice, what would that day look like?
A perfect day with nature, a memory, and a choice. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while.
Me too.
Thank you, everyone, for slowing down with us today. It has been a real pleasure sitting by this imaginary fire with you.
We hope you found some warmth and some light in this conversation.
We wish you a calm rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Take care.